Hello, it's Matt Denton here, and this is Mantis Hacks, and in this little quick video I'm just going to explain what I've been doing for the last week in my little metal fabrication workshop. Basically, I decided to build a bed system for the back of my T5 transporter van. It's a combi van, and there's lots of bed systems that already exist out there. And most of them are based on a metal rack kind of system with some boards over the top and then a bed on top. Which is a great system, but there was various reasons why I wanted to build my own. One of the which was that it wasn't going to arrive for the May Bank holiday weekend and I wanted to go camping. And the other was there's things about the bed systems that are out there that I just didn't like. Anyway, on Sunday night I decided this could be an option. I've got 5 days to build it by Friday. So Sunday started with some manic CAD drawing, and so anyway, let's start by taking a look at the CAD. Standard kind of way of doing these combi beds. It's 4 upright sections, legs that bolt down into these tie down points, and a sliding section with some cross member supports. Here there's 3 of them across the top. There's one on the front of the sliding section, and then there's the plywood boards that go on top. There's one missing in the middle here. My first difference is with my combi bed design, if I bring up the planes a minute, there we go, what you'll be able to see here, so this is the rear luggage tie down point is kicked in quite a long way from the wheel arch over here. And what annoys me about this is nearly all the designs I've seen, or all the designs I've seen, this upright leg sits directly over this luggage tie down point, because obviously that's easy. And then they come up and then they dogleg out up the top here, or they just go straight up into this lower frame. So what that means is you're losing a large amount of load area between the wheel arch and where this first upright comes from. This plane here is where the inside of the leg would be, and this plane here is where the inside of the leg of my design is, which is in line with the wheel arch. So effectively you're gaining 94 millimeters on both each side of the van of extra load distance. You know, that's nearly an extra 200 mil of load width, which is significant. And all I've done to do that is add this laser cut plate down the bottom, which is 6 mil thick, so it's plenty strong enough. It's not going to bend. I also put a foot on the bottom, which sort of pre-pressurizes the rubber mat in to put some load into the mat. And I've got some spaces down here just to stand it off into that little cup that sits in the tie down point. So that's my first addition, just to get a much wider load area. And the second thing is basically to do with the slide. I've never really liked many of the slides that are out there. They either use quite cheap slide rails, not many of them do, or they use a box section, a smaller box in a larger box section. They just use like a metal plastic bearing or a metal on metal slide, which isn't very nice. So what I've gone with here is quite an expensive linear rail. It's a ball bearing slide. It's a very high end one. This is a 550 mil extension. And when this table is in the open position, it can take 380 kilograms evenly distributed. You wouldn't want several people sat on the front of this, that's not going to work. But if you use it normally, which is just to get yourself up onto the bed and then lay down, it's not a problem at all. I've also got another bearing down here that I can install if it does feel like it needs a bit more strength, which runs on the bottom side of this slider. But so far it doesn't feel like I need it. So there you go, there's the 2 main differences. It's extra load space and a much better slider. So I've just spent a few minutes squaring up the chop saw, the blade both in 2 directions, and I'm going to do my first test cut and then see how square it's cutting. Oh, well, that's good, it's just killed the power supply. Well, that went through nice and cleanly, so let's have a little look. Yeah, it's nice and square that way. And it's good and square that way, I think. Let me just see if that can be improved. No, that's good. Excellent. Let's get chopping. I'm going to clean up these burrs using a grinder fitted with a flapper disc, and then I'll probably do the internals using this power sander. Just got delivery of my laser cut parts, that's quite exciting. Some shoulder bolts, some nuts, and this rather lovely slide. I'm only going to tack weld it for now because I want to kind of tack the whole assembly together and then see how it fits in the van before I go too crazy. Right, so here's the van, here's the finished bed in position. Let's take a closer look at these special mounts that I've done down here. So basically it's just a flat plate offset, so otherwise the leg would have stood up here, so that's where I'm gaining that extra 90 or 100 mil, whatever it was, and it should be flush with the wheel arch. So you get maximum loading space, because what I want to do is put a drawer system in here, so the drawer would pull out, and I'll probably separate it at sort of 2/3 width and then have a cooker section over this side, or vice versa. This bed was really good, really comfy to sleep on. It's an Ikea bed, it's 100 mil thick, and it's foam with some kind of a topper. They do 3 of these, and this is the mid-range one. And then there's just a couple of boards underneath, they're all the same width. The back ones obviously have a notch cut out, that needs a little bit of work. The front end, let's have a look down here. Here's the front leg, which just has that notch cut out of it, so that you can get to the bolt in there with a ball drive Allen driver, and of course the slider, which is currently held in with just a little bit of Velcro, which will have a catch of some sort eventually, and that just slides out. So there's those ball drives, and really nice and strong. There's really no flex in it at all. Obviously the board goes back on top of there, and the rather useful Ikea bed folds down. I've already got a few things I need to change. I've got to put some cross bracing across here to strengthen this joint up. This is all quite hardcore, 60 mil by 40. I think it all could be a little bit smaller, but I'm going to take a look at that over the next couple of days. But not bad for 5 days work from CAD to finished thing. Don't forget to check out my other projects on the YouTube channel and facebook.com/MantisRobot. You can also follow me on Twitter @MantisRobot or Instagram.